Hi guys, and welcome to Escape with Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be reviewing the Vario 1945 A11S solar field chronograph in 40 millimeters. I received this watch for free. I don't have to send the watch back, but you guys know the deal by now. No matter how a watch comes across my desk, you're always going to get my honest opinion every single time. And if by the end of this review you do want to pick one of these up, I'll be leaving a link to the Vario website where you can pick out all the colors and sizes. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. It just takes you to the website and you can go from there. So the retail price of this watch is $198 which I think is actually a pretty good price for this watch. It comes in 3 different colorways that you can see here, and it also comes in either 40 millimeters, which is what we have here, or a 35 millimeter variant, which is quite refreshing to see from a micro brand. The watch case is made of 316L stainless steel. It has a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. It has a push-pull crown, a screw-down case back, 50 meters of claimed water resistance, and the watch is powered by a Japanese Miyota solar quartz movement. So I have a lot of respect and admiration for the guys at Vario, Judy and Ivan. They have always been big supporters of mine right from the beginning, and I have been a big supporter of them as well. And it's really easy to do that when they put out such good quality product time and time again. So I've been loving their straps ever since I got introduced to the brand. I love their watches. They just put out a nice quality product at a reasonable price, and that's what this channel is all about. I say we get right into this full review. Before we do a quick wrist check today, wearing a watch that just arrived today. This is the Pierre Philippe. Yes, you're reading that name right, Pierre Philippe. I don't know the model number of this thing, but really a cool dress watch, which we will review in a upcoming video. All right, so let's talk about the dimensions. So we've got a diameter bang on 40 millimeters, case thickness of 9.3 millimeters, standard 20 millimeter lug width, lug tip to lug tip of 47.7 millimeters, and on the supplied strap, weighs 53 grams. So we've got a very nice set of dimensions, 40 millimeters, 47 lug to lug, standard 20 millimeter lug width, and really nice and slim case profile. You can see there, really nice turn down to those lugs there. So it hugs my wrist beautifully, nice flat profile. You get the offset crown down here, so that's not digging into the wrist. I mean, it is just, coupled with the weight, it's just a super, super comfortable combination. And I think it looks fantastic on my wrist. So I'm going to go outside her now and throw it on my wrist for you. And here we are on my 7.5 inch wrist, and as you can see, I think it wears absolutely great. It hugs my wrist really nicely, so it's nice and low. I just really like the way that this case wears. I like all the polished accents on it. Legibility is excellent on this dial, and the crystal does a good job keeping the dial nice and clear. It just looks really, really good. The stock strap needs a little bit of work. We'll talk about it here a little bit later, but big issue is the length for me. But other than that, it's actually pretty decent. But I think we can do better. And here we are on a hemsuit leather strap. Really nice and thin, very comfortable. Really do enjoy wearing it on the strap. I think the brown and the white look really good together. And here we are on a dark green FKM cut to size strap. Links will be down below for these ones. Love this strap, love this combo. I'm always a sucker for a white dial and a green strap, and I think it looks really, really good. And here we are on a Sifu nylon strap. There's one layer underneath the watch there, still sitting very nice. These straps are awesome because they look like a double pass, but are just a single pass, and super, super comfortable. This is kind of like a army green khaki color. I think it looks fantastic. I got one more strap to show you guys. And lastly, here we are on a CNS watch bands nylon strap. There's 2 layers underneath the watch there. I think it looks pretty good, still wearing it nice and close to the wrist, so really no issues with this. I think it looks fantastic. Sorry about the wind, also getting a little bit of rain, so I'm going to go inside. Let's get back to this review. All right, so let's talk about the case finishing. So case finishing, it's a mixture of brushing and polishing. So you can see on the bezel here, we have a circular brushing on that flat top to it. You can see there's a flat top to it. Circular brushing around there, nice and consistent. And that transitions to a nice high polished chamfer, as you can see there. Really nice and smooth polishing on this watch. We have circular brushing on the tops of the lugs there. And then we have horizontal brushing on the case sides, drilled lugs for easy strap changes, and a nice high polished chamfer separating those two surfaces. And it's just done to a very nice high quality standard. I mean, it is pretty darn crisp, as you can see right there. The transitions are, I think it looks just fantastic. And You got nicely rounded off lugs down here. We have a 6mm push-pull crown here. That V there, it is engraved in there, and then it's filled with lume. So that is lumed, an odd little party trick, but it is lumed, which is kind of nice to see. The bottom edge of this case has been rounded off nicely. There's no sharp edge on this thing anywhere, really. It feels excellent, especially this bottom part here. Sometimes these can get a little sharp, and it's just not on this watch. There's not really anything sharp here. We have this really cool bird here, or swan, origami swan. I think it looks fantastic. Circular brushing on the case back, a little bit of polishing down here with your spec sheet around the outside, simple notches to get a tool on. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing offensive about this, and very impressive case finishing. I think they did a really nice job on it, and it just looks really good. They did a good job on it. All right, so let's talk about the crystal. Test it for sapphire first. It was positive for sapphire. So no surprise there, we have a sapphire crystal with clear and a reflective coating on the underside of the crystal. Plenty of air coating, especially on this white dial. The reflections are just basically non-existent. It's a really good crystal. It might be a little bit different on the black dial, but for this one here, I mean, it just looks really, really good. Very impressive. It is just a flat sapphire crystal. There's no curve to it. There's really not much of a chamfer around the outside or anything like that. So, I mean, it is just a pretty basic crystal, but I think perfect for this watch. All right, so let's get close. We'll talk about the dial on this watch, and the dial is really, really nice. It's got this really grainy texture. It's called heron white, and it is more of a white than a silver, but you can see because of that texture, it kind of has like almost a shimmer to it. I think it looks really, really good. We have our black printed numerals in the inside there, minute track printed around the outside, big numerals there every 10 minutes. You get the little pop of red there at the 12 o'clock, and then you have the very subtle Vario branding there. It's raised up above the rest of the dial there, but it's just color matched to the dial, so it's there. It lets you know that this is a Vario watch, but it also kind of fades into the background and makes this all about telling the time. So the handset that they chose for this watch, I think, are actually really cool. Very simple. I mean, just kind of your typical Pilot style handset. There is a little bit of lume, as you can see here. It's blue lume, so BGW9, and it's decent, but there's no markings on the dial to kind of get your bearings. So using it is going to be quite difficult, but the lume on the hands is actually okay. But yeah, there's nothing else on the dial, so just be aware of that. The second sand. So you can see the second sand here. It's just that little tiny disc there with the white dot, and that's it. So you got to hold your hands really still, have really good eyesight to see it ticking around, but it does tick around. And that's one thing, if you keep this in a watch box or something like that for a long extended period of time, it might appear like it's still running, but it takes you a few seconds to realize that it's not running. So just something to be aware of. It's just not completely obvious that the watch is running, but that is always there telling you that it is running. So yeah, I think the dial on this watch is really good. I'd like to see a little bit more lume on this white one, but it is what it is. I can't change it now, but yeah, I do really like this white one. I think it looks fantastic. I really like that texture. Everything is printed nice and crisp too, as you can see there. And the dial, it surprised me, being solar, I kind of expected it to have this kind of like opaque feeling to it, and it just doesn't. So I'm not sure how they got around that. It just looks like a normal dial, so that's pretty impressive. And I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks really, really good. There is a couple spots on the rehaut, like right here you can kind of see it, and right here, and then right over here too, that kind of look like they're letting some light behind, so maybe that's how they're getting around it. But I really don't know exactly the science behind it, but either way, I'm here to tell you the dial looks really good, very nice and crisp, and everything's proportional and everything's aligned nicely, and yeah, it just looks really, really good. All right, so let's talk about the movement in it. So we are looking at, in the 40mm version, we are looking at the Miyota 2170. In the smaller variant, it is the Miyota 2070. So a little bit of a difference there, but I believe they're the same. It's a plus or minus 20 seconds per month accuracy, stated accuracy. So it's going to be a little bit more accurate than that. And then a 4-month power reserve with a full charge. So you can stuff this in a drawer for 4 months and pick it up, and it'll be right where it left off. So pretty impressive movement. I don't have too much to say about it. It's, besides as far as the accuracy and performance goes. It's been great for me. It's operated by this 4 o'clock push-pull crown, again signed with a lumed V there. First position does nothing. Second position does nothing. I mean, it jumps right into the time setting, so there's no ghost date position on this. The crown action here feels nice. The hands don't like jump around or anything like that. It's just, yeah, it's just a good solid feeling movement. All right, so let's talk about the strap on this watch. So Vario, I believe they started out as a strap company, so you would suspect that they have pretty nice straps. This is a Cordura strap, and I'm not a huge fan of this one. It does take a little bit extra time to break in. It's not like their leathers, which break in like immediately. This one, you're gonna have to wear it a little bit, so it is just a little bit stiff right up here by the lugs, but outside of that, it's actually a pretty nice strap. You can see here we have these kind of riveted steel reinforcements there, so it's not gonna bust through there. Nice color match stitching. Everything is done very nicely. It's 20 millimeters and tapers down to 16. I don't know if I mentioned that. We have one floating keeper here, one stationary keeper, again, nicely sewn in. We have a Vario signed buckle there. Really an interesting buckle. I've seen this on some of their other straps. It's a good buckle. It's just nothing fancy. And one thing that I did want to mention to them, if they do watch my review still, that pin is quite small for the opening there. So there's a little bit of wobble there. It doesn't really feel all that quality. It's just a little something that I wanted to mention. Other than that, though, the strap I think looks good. I think it's going to be nice and comfortable. It already is nice and comfortable. It's just going to take a little bit extra time to break in. But we do have quick release there. You also have those drilled lugs there for quick strap changes. So yeah, if I had the option, I would probably get it on a different strap, but this one is actually not a bad strap at all. So there you go, guys. That is the Vario 1945 A11S solar field watch. I think if you're in the market for a solar field watch, you can get this in two different sizes. You're getting really good case quality, case finishing, a really good size, two different sizes actually. Nice thin case, really cool dials as well, nice straps, and you're backing some really good people. So yeah, this one is definitely one that you should consider if you're in the market for something like this. I've been really enjoying this watch, and I think you will too. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.